and not on ours. I can't remember.
Yep. Champions is now streaming. So
Hey,
commercials as always.
you know what? I'm gonna need to put you in my ears because there'll be a little echo if I don't. So I'm gonna do that. Get you up here. All right. I think he has probably a timer set up or something that tells him when to jump on. John, that's our buddy John. I don't have Twitch app. Is John Wrestling from Toxic Mafia? Like a one-man gang, a one-man faction. Hey, I read a long article today about one-man gang being forced to change his gimmick to Akeem, the African nightmare. Uh, was he a dream or nightmare? Which is so silly. Like at that time in wrestling history, like doesn't it seem like? And then ultimately, Dusty became like their talent scout, didn't he? I mean, like he became. Let's see. All right, let me get my bearings down. Okay, YouTube. No, I just am. I'm trying to think through what the heck I'm doing here with my tabs. I'm getting our YouTube comment picker set up tonight. We're giving away 3 of the Spring Outbreak 2025 moments, Lee, and we've got some. I just now published kind of a pre-stream video that I recorded of Zombie LA Night triple purple, Zombie LA Night triple purple, utilizing the new moment that gives 150% to trap gems. Lo and behold, what I discovered in the video is worth watching. I don't want to spoil it because then it's like, oh, I don't even have to watch it because you just told me everything. But my discoveries in the during the gameplay were surprising to me. They were very much not what I expected to encounter. And because I thought that's what's interesting about this game. Like sometimes you'll have like a preconceived idea that like you want to accomplish, you want it to see happen, and then you get into a gameplay scenario and go, oh, this actually isn't very good. But then you'll find something that's like way better. You'll go, oh, okay, well this is what, yeah. So that's kind of what happened to me was I really wanted the It's a Trap plate to go bonkers with Zombie LA Night. That was the premise that I started that video with. And what I learned in the process was I do not need that plate on him. Now I could certainly use the plate on many others, but on Zombie LA Night with the moment, if you have the moments, the plate is actually not probably the plate you want. Yeah, or it's unnecessary. And then I mean maybe for boss battle you can yes, for boss battle it's so I was just kind of feud testing because this is Flash Feud weekend, right? So yeah, so my discoveries of the plates and then I put on a purple Royal Rumble thinking, well, this is going to be the one. This is the one, right? So these are the best plates in the game, essentially. If you make trap gems and purple gems, you would think throw on It's a Trap and throw on Purple Rumble, and you're hitting for 90 bajillion, right? But I discovered I didn't need either. I didn't need either. And that was just really, really surprising. So, yeah. Yeah. What is the chat buzzing after these shocking revelations? I mean, I'm sure, right? The chat's just the chat's ablaze, aren't they? Love those guys. Love those guys. The moment. Yeah. Yeah. So you have to enter with your in-game name so the community manager can add the moment to your roster unlocked with the however he would do it, right? The magic powers behind the scenes. So yeah. It's big. So the moment was really, really good. The moment was really good. Let me just do this. Let me get away from starting soon. Let's go to loading assets. Okay, we're there. We're going in. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. I want to show the community what I discovered. Is that okay, Lee, with you? If I just dive right in? Of course Lee's here. Let me see. Oh, guys. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Discord. Let me check my audio out for Discord because I can hear Lee perfectly. So let me just thanks for letting us know. That would have been really embarrassing if it was just the Rusty talks to himself show. Let me see Discord. And I'd be like, and I would say, Lee, what do you think about this? And it would just be silent. And then I would go, yes, dynamic feedback from Lee. And then nobody would hear it. Let's see. Okay, about Discord settings. Here's the settings. Here's the, let's see. Voice and video setting is what I'm looking for. Voice and video. All right. Output device. Yes. Yes. Okay. You're there. And I know you're here. Let me just double check. Do I have Discord? Okay. Discord, restart capture. How about that? Lee, give us a little.
Check, check. Can you hear me?
Okay, I see your voice coming through my mixer now. So hopefully the chat will verify. Yes, we hear Lee. Type 1 in the chat if you hear Lee. Lee, give us some more audio.
They can hear me now. Oh, wait. Nope. No Lee.
What? They're messing. Surely, right?
Come on, John. Oh, I don't have Twitch app says 2. Reset. Oh, well, you can't hear me. So
Are they serious?
Everybody else but John Wrestling can hear me. So now I got to say all those things that I said that were so witty before, and you guys can't hear it. I shouted out so many of you. I read the chat. I talked about how John Wrestling, I don't have Twitch app, was the first person in here. I shouted out Sensei Kreese. I shouted out Blue Rock Jr. I shouted out Baby Ice. I shouted out I believe in Super. I mean, I don't know what happened, guys, but
they have you now, right? Just double checking. They do.
Have me now.
Okay. I was like, we did a faction roll call with literally no factions being roll called.
I know, because I was the one shouting them out. What the heck, man?
I'm sorry, friends.
Are we recording a video too? Like, is that? Or
no, we're not, because I just made this video. So I'm going to show them my surprise findings in this video. You can do all the things you want to, LA Knight. You can run them any way you want. I was testing out triple purple. So I was trying the to lay down the sub to get his purple moves loaded, and then I was creating traps, and then I was increasing my purple gem damage, and then I was trying to blow up the board. What I discovered is he only makes 25 traps, and it would be so much better if he made like 35 or 45 would be ideal. But I don't know.
Board.
Yeah, just nonetheless, it's irrelevant, right? So I went in all in, right? Put the purple move set, did all this. Now let me show you. Now look at my strap here. I just got 100% gem damage strap with my Fury 2s, just normal Fury 2s. So I'm gonna just show it to you like as is. You can discover what I discovered, but I've got both moments. I've got the Zombies SummerSlam 2024 moment on Zombie LA Knight. Let's see who all this applies to. Bailey, Punk, Cody, Liv. I'm trying to remember their names. What is wrong with me? LA Knight, Zombie Rhea, Zombie Sammy, Zombie Gunther. All right. So if I look at all these guys, nothing here helps LA Knight. Literally nothing. Nothing on this board. Except at the very bottom. Receive 50% less damage from all color gems. Receive 50% less damage from all color gems. That's pretty cool, right? Then the next moment, Spring Outbreak 2025. Many of you got all 4 tokens. This is the moment we're giving away tonight.
I wouldn't say many, but
some of you, few of you, a few of you.
I got 0 tokens.
So like I maxed the showdown, and I don't know if the RNG just went berserk or what, but like in the last 4 showdown milestones, there was a chest, and in the chest you had a chance of getting one of the tokens for the moment, or you could get like 10 LA Knight shards, 10 Zombie Punk shards. So like I hit 4 of 4 on those tokens.
Wow. Lucky.
I don't know if that's the world's greatest luck of all time, or if like people, or if that the RNG was set to tilted towards like give you the token more than the shards.
Not even close. I got 0 tokens period.
Okay, so
and I maxed a lot.
So insane. That was just an insane run.
Yes.
So, but looky here, right? So I went into this, making this video thinking, oh, trap gems do 150% more damage. That's cool. I want to try triple purple LA Knight. But what I didn't realize is receive 50% less damage from all color gems. So that's the same thing that this moment does. Receive 50%. So 50 plus 50, 50%. And I'm a Louisiana public school education, Lee. What's 50% plus 50%?
4,000%.
So accidentally, I dumb lucked my way into discovering this. For let's say Forrest Gump style, right? Just kind of showed up, derpty derp derp, and this is what I discovered. If so like there's perks on this account, so I shouldn't be loaded, right? The finisher is 10 MP, so I've only got I really need to load my MP here, okay? And then let's see. Okay. I'll just put some gems to sub him down. By the way, he's a pretty good sub. It's like 1.9 million per turn, like without any sub trainers. So he's doing roughly 2 million sub damage that you can. Okay, now I don't know if you noticed that he just hit me. He just swiped and hit me, and I don't know if you saw the damage. So if you saw what the damage was, type it in the chat. So I just kept on.
See that?
I just kept on playing, and I created my traps, and I hit my fin. I was like, oh, 56 million. Let's see what this hits for. And so he said, okay, I'm gonna hit for like 8 million, and then I'm gonna break the traps, and traps are gonna do health steal. That's pretty cool. Oh, that didn't hit very hard, but watch. Look how him swipe. 111. 111. He can't kick out. If you have both moments, his gem damage, it's essentially, it's like having an armor strap and like the armor, 100% armor medals on it to where it just nullifies the gym damage the same way like the final boss finery does on Shredder, right? How it just takes their damage down to nothing. So I was like, wait a second. So I'm assuming now we'll do this for everyone. I don't know. I haven't gone this far yet. Does it do that for CM Punk as well? Because he's on both moments.
I would assume so. But keep in mind, tier 6 medals are going to reverse that. So if you're facing friend against friend, you might not get 3 damage. You might get something else.
Well, let's see what happened. I got no strap here on Punk. I don't know. His loadout here. Let's use a. Now he's got the gear, so I don't need MP trainer. So I'm just gonna do my best X break, entourage here. Now for science sake, I'm just gonna swipe and see
for science
what he swipes back for, because I can't sub him this time. And I don't want to
holler back girl.
I don't want to. What's that?
You giving a holler back girl?
Let's see.
He's gonna swipe back.
Well, I just don't want to hit too hard. And I'm afraid if I boost it, I might. Let me try this. Okay, 66 million. I hit for 10 million. No, luckily he's hitting. He swiped for 200 something. Why would it be different for Punk than it was for LA Knight?
I don't know. The world may never know. What do you have on?
I have
LA
no
Knight's
strap.
belt?
I have no strap. So it might have been the substats that did it.
Yeah, must have been.
Okay, let me back out here. Let's go to quit. I don't know if this is riveting gameplay or if this is like boring gameplay or if everyone's just kind of like, I don't want to be like, I'm nerding out, having a moment to myself here. I mean, I think this is kind of a cool discovery for us all, especially if you are considering.
Oh, did you?
Okay. Like if you're considering the moment still, I don't know if the offer's still live or how many people were still able to acquire it. Let's see. Okay, so now I put the same strap on him that I had on LA Knight. And it's just 100% strap with Fury 2s, and the medals on it are nothing. They're nothing. My screensaver just came on. Nothing out of the ordinary. But look, move defense 27. So these are maxed Fury 2s. Gym defense substat. So gym defense substat 5.6. Gym defense substat 5.6. Gym defense substat 5.6. Gym defense. So yeah, we get another 5, 10, 20, I don't know, 22% out of gym defense on the medals. The strap itself has no gym defense. Well, let's see. Surely there's not like some sort of Twilight Zone glitch just on LA Knight, right? Because if we did discover that, they would overwrite my discovery pretty quick, wouldn't they? All right.
So Slim Numbers says the reason it works is Big Papa Pump has a 141.6 gem percent damage boost on red gems. His other colors will be closer to 1.
There it is.
Click on the card where you can see the opponent and check their gem damage.
Okay.
You will see the real time.
So Slim, I'm so glad you're here for this, Slim. Like you're the guy. I mean, literally, if you haven't watched Slim Numbers videos yet, you got to check. He pulls up a calculator, or he's got a spreadsheet where he calculates damage. It's fascinating. I've never seen anyone do what he does. Okay, so if I pull up, is this where I'm looking? Slim? Okay, so I can see the minus now. So pre-match, I can see, or no, it's not minus. It's like, it's what he's hitting at. No, that's his defense. Offense.
Yeah, you do it when you're in the match itself, and you just click
Okay.
on there, like how they have the poster of the enemy in the top right corner.
Is he my enemy or is he my friend? Or is he my frenemy?
The enemy of my friend is my frenemy.
The friend of my friend's enemy is also my enemy. Okay, here we go. So Slim is going to teach us how to do this right. We're looking at Scott Steiner, and we're looking at it's down to 1. Look at that. It's down to 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it's the moments combined with a strap. You have to have a strap, and the strap, Slim can probably articulate this mathematically. The strap has to have on medals that also have a substat of gem defense so that you nullify his increase in gem damage, and that makes it 1. I said that in a very unmathematical, unprecise way.
Cool.
But let's try it again. So I think like triple black zombie Bailey is going to get the same thing because so I'm just going to swipe, hit about 10 million here. 19 million. All right. Okay, so he's going to look 80, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, match over. So it's the two moments are, gosh. And I mean, so if you can get this going on, it seems like you're virtually unstoppable without needing any special things. The moments are the special thing. So like plate wise, I don't know. What do you think, Lee?
I mean, Slim has a video on this. He said, Merrick's just kind of showing it off different ways. It all depends on their substats too, because if you're going in feud against somebody and they've got high level Fury 2s or even Fury 3s on there, they're going to be able to overcome that and get back what they're losing. So
okay, no, so this is just an anomaly of the tour. Would that be correct in saying that it's a tour build?
But you're going to run into it a lot on a lot of the tours that way, unless they stack them out with like super rare plates and things like that. Tours, you're going to be able to blow through very easily with this.
So this is not relevant information for feud. Arguably, I mean, like
depends on who you face. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. I thought I was really spitting some gospel here tonight, but I guess not. But it would only qualify for these 4 if you're able to do anything with that gem defense, because only these 4 are on both moments.
Right.
So it couldn't be.
That's going to help a ton.
Yeah, it can't be Zombie Cody, right? He's only on 1. But with both, if you have both moments on, even if it's on Brett, right, he's going to be able to do some stuff. Cool. Well, Lee, let's promote our giveaway. Let's tell people about our giveaway tonight.
Sweet. I'm going to drop it into the chat right now and pin it. There we go. All right, Rusty, you're set up. Go ahead and tell them.
So yeah, I made a LA Knight trickster, basically trickster getting tricky about the moment combo, but also I wanted to test out the plates with triple purple. If you want to see, that's my comment picker. If you want to see Zombie LA Knight ran an alternative way, check out this video. But if you want to enter tonight's giveaway, leave your in-game name in the comments, and we're gonna give away 3 of this moment tonight. Spring Outbreak 2025 moment. Community manager's gonna add that to your roster. That's why we need your in-game name, because we can't whisper it to you. It's not a promo code. It's a roster ad. So that's an exciting giveaway, and I don't know how many people are going to be are going to be joining us tonight. How many viewers we have on right now, Lee? We have how many hundred? 300, 400?
Yeah, at least 65. Yeah.
6,500. That's incredible. So 6,500 viewers tonight. Let's see how many actually enter in to the contest, and then you could be one of our winners. And I think I can do this without it being on screen. Let me do this real quick. Loading assets. Hey Lee, what if we go ahead and give away one now? Is that okay? Get the first one? We'll do the first one?
Fine with that.
All right. And then, because I think that'll be the highest likelihood that they'll be on stream with us. Because people that are not in this chat tonight don't know that this is a giveaway video. They just think it's a normal video, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go to my RAM. Okay, I've got it here. But you know what I'm going to need to do? I'm actually going to need a studio mode. And then I'm going to need to, I'm going to have to dial this in for, let's see, portal, close. I think I'll make it a second window. That's how I did it last time. And then I go to giveaways, properties, window capture. I'm getting pretty decent at OBS, Lee. I used to feel terrible anxiety about things like this. So, let's see. Now I'm going to resize this. Where's the comment picker?
Can we put our Twitch name in also? No, you cannot. You gotta put in your in-game name, because otherwise you're not going to get it sent to you. They can't send it to your Twitch account.
Yeah, the Twitch name just doesn't help anything. Okay, let me do this. Okay, I'm going to type tonight's. All right, now I can go back to live because I'm not. Let's see, to go live, I'm going to fade this over. Now we're seeing intro. And then it should be our comment picker on screen. Everybody should be able to see that. Number of raffle winners, 1. We're going to do our wheel. I love the wheel. I love the wheel of names. The wheel of names.
Morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Then we're going to solve our problem. We're going to get our YouTube comments. As of now, there are only 31 unique comments. I can
1 in 31 chance of winning.
I can actually see the names. Like I could start reading them out. I just don't want anybody to have like a moment where they think I read somebody's name and then so and so.
Right.
So, well, let's go ahead and give away our first one. We're to give away 3. It's 8:30. You bared with my tomfoolery of the moment stacking, thinking I had discovered something unique and rare, and then Slim Numbers helped us back to reality. There goes Rabbity. Okay, so we're spinning. Our first winner of the 2025 Spring Outbreak Moment is, look, it's right on the line. Which name is it? It's Sensei Crease! Sensei Crease, one of your oldest and biggest fans. Nice. So that's the name. Lee, can you make just like a note of that in our DM to community manager of who the winner is? And we'll get those names put into that giveaway spreadsheet so you can send them out. Congrats, Sensei Crease. Okay, let me solve it again and see. Let me do this. I know they like it when I reset. Let's see if there's any more. We're gonna do 2. Let's just do 2 giveaways. Yeah, let's do 2. Let's do. Wow. You want to do all 3? I don't care. I mean, I'm just buying.
How about we save something for the after appetizer?
Well, they got
some more comments out of this.
They got flash feud, you know. Okay, 34. There's more. There's 34.
All right, do one more now, and then we'll do one right before flash feud.
All right, so there's 34 now. My wheel is gone. My wallet's gone. Okay, where is it here? That's an old Seinfeld quote for those of you who are wondering why I would scream that out. All right, 34 unique entries. And our next winner on the wheel of destiny is Josh Long. Stizzle. In-game name. Stizzle. Stizzle for shizzle. Awesome video, he says.
Nice.
Congrats to our friend. Now I think caps matter, so be sure it's all caps. Stizzle.
I just screenshotted it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna click off this for now. We're gonna go back to live. We're gonna mute our giveaway wheel. We're gonna get the portal back on. We are gonna slide to update our screen. I've got a Merrick's video. I've got a Merrick's feud setup video there that I was watching. Oh, that's awesome. It was if you were watching closely, you could see that I was watching Merrick's feud prep video to set my lineup. And nice. I did that. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is we are going to, Lee, while we talk tonight, I am going to go on the road and unlock levels to our Backlash tour that I'm always complaining of them being locked. And while I do that and show gameplay on screen, wait, hang on. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, if we're on OBS, there's no way to video, is there? Our podcast. We're going to do a podcast. We're going to record.
Just have to be audio only for this one.
All right.
Good old days.
So we're gonna record the first episode of Champions Chat podcast in months. So we'll have to see if we still know how to do this. We're gonna do. We're just gonna riff and do our show for you guys. And while we're doing it, I'm going to play the Backlash tour, so there's something going on the screen as well. What do you guys think about that? Is that a fun surprise tonight?
I like it.
All right. Did the chat go crazy? Did the 65,000 go crazy, or was it just like, yawn? No big deal. We listen to Two Bob's podcast now because y'all haven't given us anything in so long. Do you think that's what they're saying?
Because we stopped doing them. Hip designer said, I'd like to know who made the poster art. I'm a little jealous.
Of what? Of this little WWE Champions chat?
Yeah. My
favorite graphic designer named Chat GPT.
Chate Jepita is what I would have gone with, but whatever. SM Gordo, you have a podcast? Yeah, that's about where life is right now.
Trying to think about who you are. I normally have. Oh,
well, you got so out of habit of it. Like,
I got it. Man, I've got a good one for you. All right. Wow. This is, I don't know if I still know how to do this, Lee. What if I get scared? What if I get nervous? All right. Here we go. Wait, I forgot to hit start recording. Okay, we'll try again. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? Welcome to Champions Chat, the fastest growing, well, it was at one time, but the fastest growing podcast dedicated to the WWE Champions mobile game. I'm the American Nightmare, Rusty Graves. And with me, as always, the last time is now, Lee Brown. What's up, Lee?
What's up, Rusty? How have you been? It feels like forever since we've done this again.
It has been months. I'm not sure that we've done a podcast in 2025. I think the
Yeah.
last episode we recorded together, if I look at my notes, was the best of 2024 year in review episode, and here we are. We are back from the grave like the mid card Undertaker rising from the ashes to
You're gonna start us out like that, are you?
ride his motorcycle. Now, if you're watching us on YouTube, we are on our Friday night Twitch show trying out to see if this works, and we don't have video capabilities for you to see us. So this is, if you're watching on audio, great. Or if you're listening on audio, you don't care. You're just enjoying what you're hearing. For the rest of us, I'm going to be playing the Backlash tours that are currently locked on the content creator account, and it always frustrates me that those are locked. And so you're going to see me piddling around on the game as we talk tonight, as well as Lee. We're going to talk about this MLC. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and hopefully we're going to get to WWE TV conversation about WrestleMania predictions if we have time.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, well,
That sounds good to me.
the question, as always, what's up, Lee? Lee, I've noticed a few things about the game lately, and I wonder if you have just any general observations as we kind of just discuss the state of affairs. Since our last episode, so much has changed. We have received new content creators in the community, both on the Scopely content creation team and ones in the community who are just making really, really good content because they love the game. Some of those would be like Leisha Darling, who's primarily, Twitch streaming. And then we see, McDuck is making videos on YouTube. Slim Numbers. Slim Numbers, the human calculator. It's making great J-Man Gaming. Iron Sheik is still making videos as well as moderating the Reddit, the subreddit, a champions community chat. There's so much happening in the community. I think this is the most active time that I can ever remember. And let me just ask you, you've tuned into content longer than I have, Lee. Are we in an unprecedented, unparalleled time? Or is this just how it used to be and I just don't remember it?
Well, we've seen some content creators disappear as well, even in the official team, whether they're gone or on break or things. I think the game goes in popularity as WWE itself goes in popularity, for one. And for two, I would say there is a lot of new content creators, a lot of people who are making content about the game, which I think is awesome. And it also goes to, I've heard, I don't think I'm sharing anything behind the scenes here, but I've heard from some of the Scopely team that we do get connected to that, like, newer players are connecting to the game more. People are sticking around longer. Engagement is up. So yeah, I mean, I think all the way around, it makes sense for content to be a bigger deal when there's more people playing it. So yeah, just some thoughts. Hope you enjoyed them. Can you hear me? Why do I feel like you can't hear me? Okay, can you hear me now? You can hear me, but I sound robotic. What happened to Rusty? What? Why would I sound robotic? Interesting. Rusty dropped, feels right. Yeah, and the game's not okay. No, the game is moving. I don't know what in the world's happening here. Let me see if I can text message him. Let's see. You gone, bro? Rusty's got to quit getting Temu electronics. Estim Gordo says I can hear Lee just fine. Not potatoey or robotic-y. Big love. Rusty, blink twice if you need help. Blink twice. I don't honestly know what's happening here. Like, I see the screen moving. Oh, where has my Rustifer gone? Oh, where could he be? You see what happens when you leave the stream, Rusty? I start singing, and that is a horrid event for anybody. Do I sound Robotnik, Kurgan? I don't know what's happening here. Rusty. He's really what happened? I'm confused. Okay, Rusty says he's hearing everything I say, but we can't hear you. We didn't deserve that. Very confused. Very, very confused. Okay, the robot voice is gone. That's a start. Good. We just don't hear Rusty. He has read my... Yeah, OBS doesn't mean one big silence. I have ear pods and Lee. Okay, it sounds like I'm beside an electric line. Interesting. Weird. Well, it wouldn't be a champion stream without internet issues. Smiles, do you hear who? Do you hear me? Although the screen is not moving, so... Okay, so to clarify, you guys can hear me, and I'm sounding better, right? Can you hear either of us?
Resync this. Can you hear me? Is my voice being heard?
I can hear you.
What
happened?
I think the cable on my microphone just came loose, and the computer didn't know how to interpret what was going on, so I just was gone.
Telvin says it sounds like there's a vacuum running. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's a fan that I have pointed at my computer, so they can hear that. Because I didn't want it to overheat. Yeah. That's how Kmart my setup is, bro. That I had a fan. Kmart? Yeah. Do you know Kmart? Are you old enough to know Kmart?
It's been a while.
I just had it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so is that vacuum and noise gone now? And can you hear me clearly?
Yeah. Telvin says not anymore, so it seems like things are good now, I guess.
Okay, I turned the fan off. So crazy. Well, this is just showing you that we are trying to work the kinks out of months and months of dormancy, like a hibernating bear that is stretching his legs as the fall and winter snow melts.
Are you still recording? Because I mean,
Yeah.
we can cut the audio down, right? We can at least edit this or something.
Yeah, I'm recording. I never stop recording. I never stop
Okay, ask them
stopping.
if they can hear me, because now I'm saying Hip Designer says we can't hear Lee now.
Are you kidding me? Can
I
you
hope
hear
he's
me, Lee?
joking.
Lee,
I can
can
hear
you?
you.
Is the chat effing with you, bro? Or are they? Are you?
I, I don't
Uh,
know. Ask them. They can't hear me, so I can't ask them.
Surely, can you guys hear Lee? Like, and be honest, because it feels like we're playing a weird game right now.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, they're messing with us then.
oh,
Oh, geez. I got worried.
I think we're in
But
I think we're in a moment where the game is. You said it. It's rising in popularity because WWE TV is rising in popularity, and those two things go together. We're getting new players. We're getting new. I think they're getting new viewers. But I wonder, Lee, are we? How is the game? How friendly is the game to new people?
I mean, it's getting a lot better towards that end of things. Like they're giving away tier level and things like that. But your B tier characters didn't used to be able to do very much. I mean, they were when you had to use them only. And now, I mean, some of the B tier characters can be like R-Truth. If you got both his gears, R-Truth is a menace. He's hugely good. But, Batista Bomb, etc., some things like that. Plus, you're starting to get things a lot earlier. They've shortened the leash on, like when you and I first started playing, there was a lot of little things you had to do to get your league levels up, and it could take weeks and weeks. And now you're going to be just straight up where you can compete and get through some of the leagues faster. Yeah, Baby Ice in the chat said Showboat Charlotte. Showboat Charlotte is free, 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 free. And the gears are free if you just continue to grind in your faction. And she is a very top level character now. So, I mean, yeah, it's very, very much more friendly. Now, there's a lot of mechanics. That's why, like, our back to basics videos and things like that are super important to watch. There's a lot of mechanics to figure out, but the curve is a lot friendlier than it ever used to be.
You know what Gerson told me recently? He said with our back to basics videos and our when I did like kind of like a side project with Blueski, the roster coach, like he said no one has made a video explaining like what is a blast gem? Like what does it do? How does it
Yeah.
work? How should you utilize, like he said, like there's nothing that actually explains all of the micro details that we basically take for granted, right? I know what a blast gem is because I learned it 7-8 years ago, right? Whenever they were introduced in the game, and yet no one has really circled back to say, here's what that stuff is. Um,
Hmm.
Almost on an entry level introduction, or maybe an introductory level to the game. Is that something you
Oh,
think the
maybe
community would actually enjoy watching us talk about? What is a blast gem, for example?
I don't know. I mean, Big Love, we do have a video on how to make sure you know where your wildcard gem goes every time. But yeah, I mean, that's the type of thing, like as new players come into the game, you've got to have those those type videos ready to go for people who are just trying to figure it out. And that's where we started our podcast. Like that was the basic level stuff that we covered, and people ate it up. So maybe there's still an audience for that. Maybe I don't know what my tomorrow holds. It's my first and only day off in a while, and I don't know. Maybe I'll
Hmm.
make some back to basics videos. Who
What
knows?
is a blast gem? Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. So like as I'm running this stream tonight, Lee, I am picking some of the most insane, whaliest superstars that I literally have never used before. Look, this is the IOW Rock, the powerhouse Rock. I have no clue if I can win this match. I didn't even put an entourage. I don't know what his moves are. So I'm just trying to have some fun with the gameplay too and pretend like I'm a new guy to the game. Oh, no MP. That hurts. Okay. Well, let's talk about Spring Outbreak. Spring Outbreak has just finished, and it was a 2-week event. It had a solo contest, it had a faction contest, right? A spend component. It had you had to kind of play the long game of the faction contest and see like how you were going to climb that what would you say? Climb the progression in the contest, and then also to see like how you could accumulate the prize wall currency. So very reticent of kind of what we call the Rocky contest or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle contest.
Shredder event, yeah.
What are
Very
your
similar to
thoughts?
that, I saw.
What are your thoughts on Spring Outbreak?
Well, our faction did really well, which certainly helped me out a lot. So I had a very good one. Very, very good, like RNG on certain things that I was going for. So that was helpful. Overall, though, I mean, I think I would guess that at least getting something like maybe Zombie Brett's gear or something like that would be fairly accessible across the community. The pearls really depends on what your faction spent, and so that was harder. But they did have what I think was like two oopsies. They had like a budget priced oopsie and like a big priced oopsie. Yeah, but you did actually get something out of it. It felt like, yeah. I don't know if Twitch app just said like it actually felt like you got something out of that one because there was so many plates and shards for Zombie Punk and just so many different things that I personally walked away quite happy from that specific event. I like that format. I like the Rocky event. I like the Shredder event. I think it was closer to Shredder because Rocky had where you could like spend your like you could whatchamacallit, you could what was it? You spam your auto clear tickets to get like a specific mini prize wall currency, and that definitely wasn't a part of it this time. But
Oh,
otherwise,
I was worried
it
you were
was very
about to
good.
say that was because I didn't. I was like, oh no, that was part of it. My heart just
Yeah,
sunk as you
you
said that.
totally for yeah, you could have gotten 7 moments for free. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my
Yeah, no,
gosh,
that wasn't a part of it.
that's the
Not
FOMO.
this time
The
around.
FOMO is real, man. The FOMO, the fear of missing out. Do you
Yeah.
feel like these contests, do they amplify FOMO or do they actually eliminate FOMO? Because you kind of see what's going on in on a longer timeline. It's kind of a
Like
slow
the
burn.
MLC format or
I don't know, just
I
the
don't
typical weekend, right? Let's say boss battle weekend. It's easy to get that
yeah.
FOMO because a new plate is introduced and you don't know how you're going to do in the contest, and you're trying to figure out if you can afford enough, like flash market rubies to try to get extra points in the contest. And
Right.
it's kind of all, can you get what I call lizard brain? You just start like, oh, how do
Right.
where do I get the points? Where do they come from? Well, like this thing had like 80 milestones and they went on for 2 weeks. And I felt like
Right.
I was very relaxed in this contest. I liked it. I didn't freak out at even once in it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, and as Telvin said, the mini event was better than the overall MLC so far. I don't know. I mean, like this MLC was defined by mini events for me because
Hmm.
like the Hornswoggle event was super fun. Even though I didn't get him, I was really wishing I would. I really liked Hornswoggle.
I didn't get them
Hopefully
either.
they offer him again. And then the zombie event, like Spring Outbreak, is always a highlight. So I'm not going to share numbers, but my wife and I were doing our taxes. Well, technically, my wife was doing our taxes And when I got home at 10:30 last night, she was like, "Hey, I need some information from, your YouTube channel to make a few things happen," which also then brought up how much money I've spent
Oh Lord.
this last year. But most specifically, she was like, "Wow, like it seems like you spent a good amount of money like last April. What was going on then?" I was like, spring outbreak. So apparently, and then I took advantage of the oopsie, which was a massive oopsie. So apparently I
It was
spent
a
money
massive
on
oopsie.
zombies.
It was.
Yeah.
I also was okay. Well, a few thoughts on that. First of all, um, I learned a term recently that we have a friend that's a marriage counselor, and she said
Okay.
one of the leading causes of divorce is a term known as financial infidelity. Have you ever heard this term, Lee?
Ooh.
Do you know this term?
Oh, huh.
I'm new to
I
this
mean,
term.
I can deduce it pretty quick, but
Well, financial infidelity is when you try to hide money or purchases from your spouse and they
okay.
discover them. And it's one
Wow.
of the like, kind of like, it's like, you've done me dirty. I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you bought that. I didn't know we had that much debt. So, side note, if you're out there hiding purchases from your partner, your spouse, I don't know who else would be kind of
Beloved.
co-manage, your beloved, yeah, whoever
Yeah.
your significant other might be, and you have one bank account, and yet they don't know about the game expenses. Can I just say, it's so much better if you're able to be open and honest than they discover it at the end of the year come tax time, or if they look at the credit card statement and they realize, like my wife told me recently, I can look at our credit card statement, I can see all of the purchases that were your purchases and all the purchases that were my purchases, and the only purchases you seem to have on the credit card statement are from something called Xsola. I was like, oh,
Oh. Shh.
wow, wow, wow,
Don't
wow,
tell. I'm just
wow.
kidding.
Now, I don't think I committed financial infidelity because I owned it. I was like, yeah, 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 that's the game. That's the game. That's what I spent on the game. She goes, do you realize last March and she brought out the data, and I was like, ooh. So,
Yeah.
all that to say is, let me just talk. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
If you're doing that, you should probably come clean, but in a way that is helpful and clarifies what you love about the game, and that it's a hobby, that it's an expense, that it's part of your entertainment funds, and that it's if you wrestle with any addictive tendencies, something that might be really helpful to share with your partner is like, listen, I struggle with some addiction issues, and this is like the most innocent addiction, right? That this could manifest in much, much unhealthier ways. And that's something that my wife knows. I could be, I could be like going to craft beer festivals.
Trading in hippopotamus blubber.
Yeah, I mean, I could be, like I was a smoker in my younger years, and like
Yeah.
destructive to my body, right? Really bad for me. Um, and that was an addiction I could not continue because I was already manifesting like health issues even in my early 20s, like about how bad the nicotine and tobacco use was. All that to say, sports betting, like this game is so much more healthy than actual gambling, right?
Trying to
So,
justify something here, Rusty.
no,
Starting to
but
name things that
what I'm trying to do is to say that I know I am prone to being problematic when it comes to secrets or addictions. And what I'm saying is it's so much better if you're able to have open dialogue about that with your partner. Even if it means giving them the authority to tell you no, that you cannot spend. at certain times for your health and for theirs. So any
That saves me. I actually, I mean, we have a certain budget that we keep with each other, and so I have a certain amount of money each month I can spend. But then if I want to spend beyond that, I typically go to my wife, and she has I have a tell, on that. I'll be like, "Hey, babe," and she's like, "How much this time?" So.
uh, I'll tell you
So the
this.
one the other day when the big oopsie happened, I was like, "Hey, babe." She goes, "How much?" I told her. She goes, "Are you freaking kidding me?" I was like, "Taxes are coming."
Right. And your partner will never understand how close you are to the next milestone. They won't.
Right.
That's not
Right.
going to help. You can't say, babe, listen, if I spend X, I'll get Y. They will not be empathetic towards your plight in the game if they don't play it. So you just have to say, I'm going to have a ton of fun by doing this. And I'm gonna be able to engage with my favorite thing in a different way, in a better way, and be more competitive. So just like don't try to say like, guys, I'll be able to recruit the, the weekend superstar. Like they won't even know what that means, right? So, but
Yeah.
I do think it's a way to say, hey, I will get a lot more enjoyment out of this if I can do this. And I won't spend. It's like for me, I went hard on Spring Outbreak, and I'm like, next month I probably won't spend anything. She's like,
Yeah.
She goes, really? No, I'm gonna have to remember that I said that, right? No, regardless of who comes out, regardless of what comes out in April, if it's finally Yellow Skibbies Hulk Hogan 19, if it's WrestleMania 6 Hulk rules Hogan, I'm going to have to pretend like it's not a big deal, even though my innards would be freaking out to get that because of my childhood memories, right? So,
Yeah.
well, I'm not trying to lecture people. Let's go back
Sure
to.
sounds like it. I'm just kidding.
Well, if I'm saying anything to you out there, I'm saying it to myself more than anyone.
This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. I understand.
I think this is the best spring outbreak I can remember. I think that there was something for everybody in this one. I think last year's felt like a big spin push without much in return, or very little in return unless you spent. So moderate spending last year, there was very little to be gained. This year, moderate spending, it felt like you could still get some really good stuff. Like you could get that Brett gear, maybe that Bailey gear. You could get, if you did that Screamium loot, you got something good out of there. I just didn't see any bad duds until the final day and whatever. Put on your tinfoil hats about why that happened, but who knows? Yeah. So I mean, I had a great experience with Spring Outbreak, and I was able to get way more than I think I've ever gotten out of any contest.
Wow.
Because of
That's a big statement.
I mean, the Screamium loot exceeded expectations in a way that no loot ever has for me. Like I did the flagship offer, right? So it was like it was like 85 loot coins, and it was, but man,
It was a big boy.
Yeah, it was a big boy purchase for sure. But I mean, I got 2 Chemical X plates. I got,
Dang.
I think
get that.
I got a yellow Rumble plate. I got 2 Bianca's braid plates, and I had 0 before. I straight up recruited Showboat Gunther and Striker Naya. So like I've had the worst loot luck for months, probably since last zombie month, like with like the LA Knight release. I've had horrible luck in the loot, and this changed it all. I mean, I was able to shard recruit LA Knight. I was able to shard recruit CM Punk. I got more. Yeah, I got more out of this.
Jeez.
I got more out of this contest and I got the moment, and I didn't blow the bank. I didn't go crazy, crazy, crazy. I didn't. And I have gone crazy, crazy, crazy in the past and gotten far, far less. So to me,
Fair.
it was super rewarding. Which I think it might have redeemed this MLC, that I got so much that it might have actually redeemed when I had previously said this was the worst MLC that I could remember. The only time I hated an MLC this much was when the community, most of the community didn't get Razor. Remember that month? Remember like Powerhouse Razor, and like so many people didn't max the MLC and didn't get it, and they were really upset, and it was a really tight month points wise, and we wondered where are the points? Did they forget points? I don't know.
Yeah.
But to have the steel cage be like everywhere for everything, I didn't like it. I mean, I just didn't like it. I didn't have a lot of fun with it, being told no. Yeah, you got all this good stuff, but you can't use it. It's a no. It's a no for me. I'm like, what?
It's a no from me, dog.
Yeah, why? Why would they do that?
I mean, it's a feature. They're adding the feature in, trying it out, and trying to figure out what's gonna make it the best version of itself. But some growing pains.
There's two things that make WWE Champions great, make it a truly great game. One of those things is the fun you have in your faction. Okay?
Okay.
So just the being on voice chat, hanging with the friends, cutting up during flash feuds, all that's the first and best thing about WWE Champions. The second is roster acquisition. Getting new things to use in the game. So Steel Cage nullified roster acquisition.
Okay.
So they took away, for me, half the fun, right? Okay, so you got these Chemical X plates, but you know what? You can't. There's a steel cage. You can't use them. You're like, what? So, and I know some people, right? They spend a lot more than you and I do. They make us look like guppies, right? And then, certainly they've been vocal with how much they did not enjoy. I think Steel Cage is kind of innovative. It's kind of cool. But it's too much of a good thing. There's too much of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I ordered a Shirley Temple at a restaurant the other day. You know what Shirley Temple is, Lee? With the cherry Sprite and cherry syrup, a little grenadine. And I ordered a Shirley Temple. And the bartender put way too much grenadine in it. And it was gross. Like,
it was way too cherry.
It's one of my favorite drinks. It's one of my favorites, right? And it was like offensively sweet. and I just thought, for this metaphor's purpose, like you gotta get the mix right. It can't be all syrup. You got to have a little offset. You got to have a little tart. You got to have a little of that Sprite. What they used to call limon. Remember the limon flavor?
All flavor, no waver. Yeah.
Man, I haven't said the word limon out loud, maybe ever.
Like lime in Kansas?
It was lemon lime. It was a word that Sprite made up for the purpose of its own advertising years ago. Before the Obey Your Thirst campaign, which was so popular, in recent years.
About that one.
Yeah. So that's what I think about Steel Cage, right? It's like, it's kind of cool, but dude, this is too much. This is way too much. I don't want to do this for everything. Also, I made the joke about, like, it's kind of funny. We're celebrating like Women's History Month. We've got a couple of, really good female in the game. and female events. And yet, to honor the plight of women, right? We had to be oppressed all month to understand, the struggle and the
Yeah,
discrimination that they've faced over the course of history. And it's just like, okay, now the steel cage makes sense. To honor women, we're gonna treat you the way history has treated them, and not give you access to all the things that all the others have. So, yeah, right. Does that make you a little uncomfortable?
I mean, like.
Oh well, what do you do? What do you do? I love women. My mother was a woman. My wife is a woman. My daughters are women. Women. They're great. They're great, and they've had a hard time. They've gone through a lot. Didn't get to vote in our country until it's like 100 years ago, Lee. Like 100 years. Think about that. Women have only had the right to vote in the U.S. for like 100 years.
I don't remember exactly when it was.
People were driving.
I know Wyoming was the first.
People were driving cars. The Model T was on the road before women could vote in this country.
Gotcha.
Think about that.
There's a Women's History Month fact for you.
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of riffing here. You can verify the dates with Slim Numbers. He's our numbers guy. But we're going to make him the official fact checker of the Champions Chat podcast, Slim Numbers. That,
Nice.
We'll say like verify with him. It's subject to change. It's a work in progress until he confirms it. So anything else you liked about this MLC or about this spring outbreak, Lee?
Well, yeah, I mentioned I really, really enjoyed Hornswoggle and getting to play with him, even though I didn't get him for my own roster. So that is what it is. The struggle I have is right now I'm working so much. A lot of times I just come home and play like for an hour before bedtime or whatever, and it was a challenge, I'll say that, to try and get everything done that was up during the zombie events, like every day. But that gave me content. It gave me things to do. I was never bored with it. So you'll never guess what my wife just walked in and brought me.
The right to vote. I don't know. What was it?
She brought me a Shirley Temple.
What? She made it?
I'm not even joking.
Can she hear us?
I'm not even joking.
Can she hear us?
Hear you. You're my headphones.
She made you that drink with no context?
With no context? Well, she didn't make it. She went. They just got back from an outing, and she brought me some Wendy's, and it's a Shirley Temple.
They make that at Wendy's?
I guess she said it's a cherry cream soda. Okay, so
is that your preferred drink of choice? Is that your soda of choice?
I don't know if it's my soda of choice, but I like it a lot. I like cream sodas. Cherry is one of my favorite flavors for sure.
Yeah, cherry's good. Cherry's good, and it's consistently good. Unlike strawberry, where sometimes strawberry really will fail you. It's like, ugh, who designed this thing? Wait, I don't think I can show this one on stream. I think he's on the do not use list. He's the old. He's a zombie. I don't want to say his name, but let's just say say
his name and he appears. He's not working for the other company anymore.
Yeah, well, he's not, but he's not with the company, so it's like
he's not with the company officially. But
wait a second.
Segue.
Wait a second. Can I just tell Can I just tell the truth here about this funny dilemma that I've just found myself in? I tried to be Mr. Sneaky and jump into a flash feud. And lo and behold, because we're making this show, we're on stream, and there's a flash feud contest going on. You guys will never believe who I got in the queue with and joined the flash feud with. None other than my podcast partner, Lee. We are feuding together accidentally, and we both didn't tell the other that we were going to feud. And I'm still on stream.
I wasn't gonna call you out, but I was gonna ask, like, Rusty, how am I feuding with you and you're playing Like you are the most divided attention person in the world right now.
No doubt. And so I am playing. You might have noticed I clicked on autoplay this is on the stream
Oh,
account because I'm just trying to clear the levels for all the content creators. And so on my mobile device, I joined the Flash Feud queue. And what a dirty dog! I cannot believe sitting across from in my lane here is you. I would have never.
say his name and he appears.
I never.
You're playing Flash Feud with
I
Rusty.
didn't even know you feuded. I thought that was something you had stopped doing altogether.
What?
Yeah,
Why would I stop feuding? I
well, you're
like
busy. You were
feuding
just
though.
telling us how busy you were. You were just saying you're a busy
Well,
guy. You do
I
busy
am.
things. You do busy guy
I do.
things, and you go up
Yeah.
to busy guy
It's my mouth
places.
right now.
And oh yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna fight Nakamura in the Backlash round 1 with an acro, and I'm gonna use Mr. Charles Michael Punkerson. Um,
Is that his official name?
I'm also, well, you know what I am thinking? I don't think I equipped my steps. I think I did a total rookie move and I don't have my perks equipped.
That's okay. I was even worse. You know what I did?
Well,
I didn't equip my 2 times speed. And I was like, why is this taking forever? But we're better now.
I also have not equipped my 2 times speed. So we'll be, we're
Do that to
perfect.
your partner.
We're perfect partners. We're perfect
We'll see
together.
this round. I do have my 2 times speed now on. It was the first first matchup. Where
How long have you been? This is my first one. How long have you been going?
About 18 minutes.
You're over there drinking Shirley Temples and feuding while I'm out here producing the world's best mobile game content podcast. So,
Oh, hey, I'm engaging. I'm talking. In fact, I was about to say this is a great time to transition to talk about the real world of WWE because we started talking about,
it's true.
There's some people that have been uh removed themselves from other companies that have had a history with WWE, and
I
we
don't
can't really
I don't think I know
say
about
their
these things.
names, but
Are we talking about WrestleMania or what are we talking about?
so we can start talking about WrestleMania, but you know what intrigues me as much as WrestleMania is the Raw after Mania. They
The,
call
re-
it the Ram.
the return of Becky
Man.
Lynch. When does that
Oh, I
happen?
hope so. My
That's what
goodness.
I want to
Like
know.
greatest women's wrestler in
What's
history and she's
happening?
not there.
You
But
think she comes back at Mania or she comes back on the Raw after Mania? Or
I don't
she
know.
comes back never?
Well, that she's been on all of the Netflix commercials for a while. Like, the one where it like flips the ring upside down and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Like, but one of the ones where I was originally going with this before we outed each other here was that zombie that you mentioned that has black in his name
Right.
is potentially coming back. Who knows? We'll see.
He should come back and join the Wyatt Six and make them interesting because they're not interesting.
Oh,
They don't do
I
anything.
think Alexa's gonna do that.
But it's like, what do they even? Why did they?
Because Howdy's been injured.
But it
Bo
also,
Dallas is injured.
I was saying, it also feels like the way they, the rub that Bray got as well, where it was like,
Mm.
well, we didn't quite know what to do with him, so now he's just gonna kind of go out there and they're gonna light their phones up and they're gonna, we're gonna do something weird and creepy, but we don't really have any, justification for it. That's always, so maybe the Wyatt Six is getting the exact treatment that Bray would have gotten had he still been here with us to do that bit himself, which is really sad and sucky to think about.
Yeah, ooh.
Is that? I'm saying all of this and to honor his memory, right? I don't know. I'm in no way am I trying to degrade, be derogatory. I love Bray. I love his whole body of work. and I was a big enthusiast and advocate for it. But he
You
just
love his whole
never
body.
he never really got the push other than the
Sustained push. He got like 10-minute pushes, but then it was
yeah.
like gone,
He
back.
should have beat Cena in that cage match.
100%.
Like he should have.
100%.
There's so many should have moments with Bray Wyatt. Oh, it should have gone. It should have been different.
Mm.
And I would say that probably even he should still be here with us. Um, so rest in peace,
I wish
friend.
he was.
Um,
Yeah.
what
So
do you?
Mania, what do you think about Mania?
I don't know that I care. They're going to have to really
Well,
establish a reason for me to care because there is no bloodline story, which I thought,
Dana only Zul.
I mean, I really thought we were headed towards The Rock versus Roman. We're really going to put this bloodline thing to rest. Like I thought we were going to get last year's Mania was so perfect and so big and so right. And I thought, now that Triple H has got all of this time under his wing now, he's got more equity than he's ever had. Surely it's going to be bigger. And it's not. It's just like, oh, triple threat match, both in the men's and women's title. I mean, not title, the women's title match is going to be, Io and Rhea and who is it, Bianca, and then it's like,
Beyonce, yeah.
and then I don't know, like they can't just transfer that title clean, so it's like, well, I guess Rhea's not going to win it. It wouldn't be a triple threat. It would be more of a squash match, which means Bianca's probably going to win it. And then we're going to set up Jade versus Bianca for SummerSlam. Again, is that the point of WrestleMania, is to build towards SummerSlam? That's crazy.
Well, it is the first ever 2-day SummerSlam, so maybe they're going with
I don't know. The whole thing's weird. Cena being in the main event against Cody. That's just, there's so many other stories I would have loved to have seen. Cena versus Randy Orton in a career-ending I Quit match, right? Or who else? I mean, Cena versus I don't know, not Cody, just not Cody. Cody should have had
See, that's the more interesting thing for me going into it. Like they've really done good with Cena's promos lately. Like where he broke up with the entire WWE universe. That's yeah. Wow.
that poor little kid. Where was he? In Belgium, including this stupid little kid. Oh my god.
I hope that was a plant. Like
I
legit,
think so, because
he
was wearing $500 worth of merchandise that was brand new. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's obviously they draped him head to toe before they did that. Hey kid, we're gonna make a public spectacle out of you. Why don't you come over to the merch tent and we'll give you some drip? And he's like, oh, Zutalu, this is wonderful. Of course, I would like to do this. Like the little Belgian kid, right?
Wow.
This is probably how he sounded, don't you think? I love John Cena. John Cena, my very favorite John Cena. He's been so good. And they like,
Maybe
okay.
I said this is why Cena turned on us because of comments from you, Rusty.
Yeah. When Cena, what did he tell him? You make this too easy for me. Oh man, he's playing mind games. It's so good. I like heel Cena. I think he should be dressing different though. I think he should look different. He should have been Thugonomics Cena, or he should be Cena in a suit, corporate Cena, but not hustle, loyalty, respect Cena. That's weird,
But the way they justified it was so good though, where he was like, look, you want me to have this new music and this new gimmick. You don't deserve it. You get what you've always gotten. That I thought was a master's touch because if he had gotten with new music and gotten away from the jorts and stuff, we might actually start liking him more. But they're trying to make us hate
What if
him,
he would have
which
grew a
is
beard? What if he would just had a
that.
villain's
Yeah,
beard?
a Hollywood mustache that would have been
What if
amazing.
he, instead of a beard, he would have just painted his face with shoe polish to look like a beard and bleach his mustache, his handlebar mustache?
Wow.
And then what if he were to call himself Hollywood John Cena because he's in all these cool movies and shows now?
Hip designer wants you to run Trick Oscar.
Okay, on this the stream that's like, I mean, I don't even know if I loaded an entourage on that rock. It was Powerhouse IOW rock. It was so brutal, and it took forever to, but I cleared the level finally. So let's see if I can find a great level for Trickster Asuka. What matches are you excited for in WrestleMania, Lee? Surely there's something that you're
Yeah,
really
I
looking
mean,
forward to.
honestly, the Cena and Cody match is way better than I thought we were going to get. Some convoluted Rock versus Roman versus Cena or Cody, and I wasn't there for that. I really do think John Cena winning the 17, trying to erase Ric Flair's record, all that. Like I think that is a very fruitful story, and I think that they should do. I think they should do that. The Intercontinental title match. I'm also very interested to see who all's going up against Braun Breaker. They've got Penta now in that. I thought AJ Styles and LA Knight were going to be in that, but who knows? And then you've got uh, LA Knight, or I'm sorry, AJ Styles versus uh, Logan Paul. Like I think they're going to go for that, and I think that's going to surprise people how good that match would be. So
Hmm.
any of those are kind of on my radar right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiffy versus Charlotte is probably the match I'm looking the most forward to. Um
Hmm.
I don't know why, but I'm kind of just getting like maybe the theme of this whole WrestleMania is passing the baton to the next generation of superstar, right? Maybe Charlotte loses to Tiffy, you
I
know,
could see that.
and and it just makes sense because it's like, oh, she's going to be the new Charlotte, and we like it, or maybe it's like,
She's gonna be the
um
next Sunny. Ooh.
well, and then you think about maybe the Cena versus Cody, maybe like what would it do for Cody's legacy if he's the guy that prevented Cena from breaking the record. I just don't see.
Not as much as it would do as if John Cena won the 17th from him.
I don't see that
Just
happening
saying.
though. You see Cena going on a title run?
Oh yeah. I don't see it not happening. Like at the very least, if it doesn't happen at Mania, then it will happen at SummerSlam or something like that. But I guarantee they're gonna give Cena the belt. And they're gonna make a big deal about it. And it's going to be annoying. I mean, literally, they've like infused Cena with Dominic Mysterio energy, and it's perfect.
That's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know. I want to care. I really want to care. There's just so many things that they didn't build that I would have loved for them to build. I would have loved for them to build something interesting with the Judgment Day. I would have loved for them to build
Yeah.
something just really, really redemptive with DIY. I think I don't care because so many of the people that I love aren't in prominent and interesting stories.
Yeah. I could see that. And even the ones like Jey Uso versus Gunther, like I'm sure Jay's going to win. And I love that for him. But the build has been terrible. Like just terrible.
Hmm.
So we'll see. And the EO, winning the title right before probably dropping it to one of the other two. I mean, that was interesting too. Like I don't know. There's just a lot of interesting decisions that I feel like are going into this Mania, but more often than not they pull it off. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt for now. But
What would happen
yeah,
if so many of the matches as designed were interrupted and used to tell a bigger, better story?
that's kind of weird for a Mania to be that, but you already called that out, so
I
I
just
don't know.
I I don't know. I just don't get it. I want to get it. I want to love it. I want it to be remarkable and legendary, and I just don't see how they get there. But I didn't see Jay winning the Rumble either, right? So,
Right.
um,
And that happened. And we didn't see Cena turning heel, even though okay, so how much of this was them covering their butts afterwards and figuring it out, and how much of it was actually playing the long game? But like the things that they did that now you look back and you're like, oh, when The Rock put up that three fingers, that's what John Cena does. Like he
hmm.
could have been telegraphing this way, way back there. I don't know. It's
Do you think
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
did we ever find out what The Rock gave Cody in his pocket, in the secret hand? Did we ever find out
Secret
that?
handshake.
I don't think we ever
No,
found out.
I think that's the long term. Honestly, I think it depends on the Rock's schedule. Like, I think he's like, one minute he's like, yeah, I could be in Mania, and then the next minute he's like, oh crap, I got a movie to make. So, John, you're up. Or like, who knows?
I don't like
Who
that. I
knows?
don't like that from a fan's perspective. I just don't. I'd rather not. I'd rather not him set the table if he can't serve the meal. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
just
ooh,
don't.
that's
Yeah, I don't need him to do that. I don't need him to help advance a story that he's gonna then disown. Like I don't. That's not the kind of father I want for this family. I don't need a deadbeat. I
wow.
need somebody who's gonna be there. I need somebody who's gonna be there for the kids. So
That's
maybe
hilarious.
I'm projecting. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe, but all I will say is they've gotten it right most of the time before. There's been some stinker manias out there. If this one's a stinker, it's not going to end the world. We've seen them before. It'll happen at some point again. But I think they could do some good things. I don't know. Like you're right though. A lot of the people that I want to see, like I want to see Jacob Fatu in a more prominent role. I want to see, I always want to see AJ Styles doing more and better things. I don't know. I do want to see. Somebody mentioned like El Grande Americano, Chad Gable in a mask.
I do like him.
Like
I do like him a
yeah,
lot. A lot. Way more than Penta. I don't care about Penta. I don't think he's
Penta's interesting.
I think he's the most overrated debut since the gobbledygooker.
Wow. Hot takes with Rusty are back,
Are you
everybody.
excited about Penta? Like, are you enjoying what he's doing?
Yeah, yeah, I like Penta. He's fun.
Like like you think like, oh, this is really good. This is really fresh. This is really original. This is
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
This is not
he
just Rey Mysterio doing Rey Mysterio things on a younger body. You don't think that?
no.
What?
I mean, he doesn't need to zero Miedo so many times, but
We know he
no, I
has no
like the.
fear. Oh, you got no fear. Okay. Well, you have no charisma either. I don't think you just have a cool outfit. So
At least we know Rusty's offending everybody tonight,
I
not
wanted
just.
to like him. I wanted to care. I had never seen him prior, so I had no investment. Like I wasn't emotionally invested. I didn't watch Lucha Underground. I don't know. My only understanding of him is his debut in WWE, and it has been lackluster. And there's guys from NXT that I would have rather seen get called up. He's not doing anything better than the guys from Axiom are doing. Like
No.
like they are better in ring and on the mic than Penta is in every way.
Penta's he's doing something, but he may end up in the tag team scene pretty soon
With
too.
Dragon Lee?
No, his brother.
Oh,
His brother comes over,
I
which
have no
is
idea.
likely.
Who's his brother? Cinco?
Well, we can't talk about him. He's
Oh, I don't even
wow.
know. What? Because Penta means 5, right? And like Latin. So then I was like, well, maybe it
Right.
just means 5. Maybe he's also 5 in a different language. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. No. His brother's. We could talk about him if he debuts, I guess.
Is
Right now,
Tongaloa ever
he's.
going to come back? As like, because
I
like
don't know.
that's
What
where I'm
happened
going.
there?
I was like, hey, remember like the years of investment you had on this story that you forgot about, that you forgot to end. If there's one thing Cody's taught us, it's you've got to finish the story, right? You can't just oh, Roman beat Solo, now it's all up. What? That's it? Oh, that was
Where did
not.
Solo go?
I keep hitting this sub move, like thinking it's going to go different on the stream, and every time she's reversed it, and I haven't been smart enough yet to figure out just to quit the match because I'm in the middle of a tour, so like it matters not. Well, I think we should call this episode our first episode back in 2025. We should call this episode quits, and you know what we should do? We should jump over to stream and give away. We should give away a moment, the 2025 spring outbreak moment, which is going to be really, really cool. Well, hey, if you're listening to this on Spotify or wherever it is that you do podcasts, or you're on YouTube, let's just say this: you can catch Lee and I every Friday night on the WWE Champions main channel on Twitch. And we do something that I think the community really enjoys called Power Ratings. And we need you to join in those Power Ratings. We need you to enter the chat. And when you do, you'll be able to cast your vote. You'll be able to let us know your thoughts on the newest superstars in the WWE universe. And let me just say, we do this for the community. Like that's why we do this. That's why we're not in it for ourselves. And we miss you guys. We miss being able to do this for you. And Lee might have some thoughts on that.
No, I miss getting to do the podcast, and hopefully around the May timeframe, June timeframe, my schedule lightens up a little bit, and maybe we can do this again. Who knows?
What if I did the podcast with artificial intelligence as my co-host? You think is that possible? Just like do like a chat GPT somehow co-host.
Quick story. For my studies that I'm doing right now, I had this massive test and I was like, how am I going to study for all this? So I plugged it into the Google, podcast creator thing that it does.
Oh yeah.
And it was frightening how good of a podcast episode it created from my study notes. And like it added things in, but it was like the things it added in were examples that were super relevant. Like, okay, so it's this, but so imagine you're walking down the street and see this, and this happen. And I'm like, that's nowhere in my notes, but that is exactly a perfect example of what it was trying to illustrate.
Oh wow.
It's freaky, but it makes like a guy and a girl voice. And I mean, at first you're like, that sounds a little robotic, but the longer you listen, the more it's just like, oh yeah, this is just two people having a conversation. Like it is. So yeah, maybe you could do an episode of Champions Chat entirely in Chat GPT.
These are the droids you're looking for. Well, that's cool.
That's it for the podcast episode. We're gonna give some stuff away. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube or Apple or Spotify.
We'll see you next time. All right, we recorded that. Was there anything?
Right.
Was there some fun happening in the chat? I don't have the chat browser open in front of me tonight, so like I don't actually know what's happening. I'm trying to keep my bandwidth really, really low so that we don't get Robot Lee or Frozen Stream or anything like that. Were they chatting?
All I'll say is there's some hot takes on your hot takes. That's all I'll say.
I love it. I love it. It gave people something to talk about, right? Let's give them something to talk about. Talk about love. Well, what was the topics? What were they interested in
Let's see here.
what was I poo-pooing on that they were really high on?
Okay, so let's see. We've got EO's here to eat the pin. We got Baby Ice saying, I'm tweeting John about all these negative comments, Rusty. Hop on the bandwagon now.
I love it. I love it.
We've got Crazy Dina. Hi, Crazy Dina.
Crazy D.
As a singles wrestler, Uso is boring. He's amazing tag. Gunther should retain.
Totally agree.
Rusty's standing on the Raw announce table with a live mic right now, everybody. Baby Ice, the blasphemy from Rusty tonight.
Do you guys like Penta? Like, for real? Like, one's in the chat if you just are excited about Penta. Like, he's your guy. You want to buy his merch. Anybody? Or is he just regurgitated Mysterio?
Footer says, what's next, Rusty? You going to say Muda's power rating should be lowered?
No. We figured that out, thankfully. Yeah, no, that's a good callback, though. I'm really glad.
Kate says you're going to change. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just was going to say I'm really glad we updated that power rating because we figured it out. It needed it. So
we figured that one out quick. Yes. Arcade said you're going to change your mind when his brother comes, referring to Penta
nice.
and Ray Phoenix.
Does the brother have all the talent? Is he the one that does like the impressive stuff or what? Because I feel like Penta is just a hair better than La Parca, but he's no Juventud Guerrero, right? He's no like there's we've seen so many better. Rest in peace, La Parca's passed, but. There's so many better luchadors that we've seen for 30 plus years of them being prominently featured on Monday nights. And now we got like, there's better high flyer. I mean, like Ricochet was better than Penta in nearly every way. Ricochet's better on the mic than Penta is.
Wow.
Right? Does anyone disagree? I mean, does anybody disagree? Does anybody want to hear Penta go on a hot promo about something?
Well, there's like 7-8 ones in the chat in a row before you re-offended them with other stuff.
What are they saying? They love Penta? He's their guy? They're buying his merch?
Rusty, are you insane?
Bro.
King KZC is, and yet none of them are as over as Penta is.
I totally agree. I don't understand it. I'll be the first to admit I must be missing something. Like, I'll own that. I must be missing something. Because I don't get it.
Missing zero miedo, sir.
Oh, no fear. Oh my gosh. He has no fear. No Fear was a t-shirt brand in the late 90s, right? Like that's his angle. Oh man, maybe Big Johnson's next, right? Maybe he'll come out with some of that. Do you remember those shirts? No. What? You probably were a wholesome individual, but they were like really tacky shirts in the 90s that around the same.
Yeah, I remember those ones.
Yeah, or like wearing like remember like yeah, no, it was a brand. It was like you thought you were, cool like in 1999 if you could wear one of those to school, and not get caught. Your teacher wouldn't notice. But I also wore No Fear around the same time.
I had a No Fear hat, I remember, and the zero
like
Stussy was a hockey mask. Oh, Stussy, yeah.
So like that's his angle, is like he's the new Stussy or what? That's his deal. All right, let me load assets and get our Lee. Let's promote this before we. You know what I mean? Before we do a giveaway?
Before we give it away?
Yeah, let's get our link back up.
This loaded, done, and pinned.
We only have one more to give away.
Only one. I
What
know.
if
I've got the other ones right here ready to go.
what would the community manager do if we just wrote in like 14 names that were the winners?
I think he would say sorry. Unfortunately, that's not how this works.
How funny would that? Hey, we just want to be generous. We just thought Scopely would appreciate that.
Yeah, so to enter tonight's giveaway for a spring 2025 outbreak moment, leave a comment with your in-game name on that. You can see it attached there. Must be your in-game name, can't be your Twitch name because they actually have to send this thing to you in your inbox.
Right.
And then let us know when you get it or don't get it if there's a delay for some reason. And let us know if you don't get the whole moment unlocked because it should be the moment itself unlocked, not just one little token for it.
I'm looking for my
Yeah, Rusty is getting all the heel heat tonight.
I'm okay with that.
That's what happened.
I'm
I
okay
started
with
becoming
that.
the heel because of my polls, but we just needed you to get the microphone back.
That's
on.
right. I've always been the heel. You just didn't, you guys forgot. You guys forgot who the real
Forgot
heel.
about Dre.
You forgot who the real heel was on this content. It's me. It's not Lee.
That's fine, Atomic Toot.
Lee's the baby face. Let's see here.
I'm the John Cena guy. Oh wait, now that's the bad thing now. Oh no.
Properties. Every time I dock this this window, it just totally fries. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull up.
Atomic Toot, is that a chicken with hand puppets? What is that? That's a weird emoji.
Okay, here we go. Let me slide this over.
Oh, we got people in the chat who are facing each other in feud right now. Sounding off.
Is it me? Are they facing me? I hope not. Okay, I got the link loaded. We're gonna do the wheel. We always do the wheel. I'm gonna solve the. Okay, everyone, this is your final chance. Is anyone not Atomic Toot here? I just got a notification on my Get YouTube comments. Let's see how many. Hey, 45 tonight. All right. Apparently I'm viewing the wrong part of the window.
Yeah, you are.
Here we go.
You gotta stretch it out or something because it's only like phone sized right now.
That's what she said. Let's see here. How do I find this? That's what she said too.
I mean, it depends on what phone, I guess.
That's also what she said.
iPod Nano or iPhone Max.
There we go. Why do we have ads on our wheel? Okay, there we go. All right, we're ready. Are you ready, Lee? Are you excited about this final moment giveaway? Here we go. Start raffle pick.
I can't see it.
Oh,
the window's still half.
There we go. Sorry, it was on studio mode, so now it's on. Now you can see. Can you see it?
Well, mine's delayed. There it is.
All right. Sorry, guys. I got. I'm on one tonight, as the kids say, and I was looking at the. I wasn't looking at the right thing on OBS. All right, here we go. Comment picker is live. We're spinning. We're rolling. I think we should prepare to raid DJ after this giveaway too, if we see him on.
He's been live for an hour and a half.
Well, we're gonna definitely raid DJ. What do we got here? Somebody 223. There's 3 different screen names there, Lee. So I'm not sure which, but yeah, if you want to send that over to our CM and they can help. I'm not sure which one's the IGN. This one, somebody 223, or I don't want to. I can't even read this one. I can't read the other one aloud, but yeah. I'm not sure.
Cat Rock is what I see there. That's
I guess I don't know what to. Are you in the chat with us, friend? Duck My Rock. Are you in the chat with us? Because then we could get clarification as to which Which of those is your IGN? We want to give you the right thing. So, um, well, Lee, if DJ is live, I say we rate him. That would be super fun.
Well, sounds good. I'm pretty sure he is live, and I was hoping to see in the chat if that other person was going to respond, but I don't see it yet. Not Nature Boy says, "I'm a duck that rocks."
Oh Lord, I'm afraid there's so many weird things that rhyme with both of those words too. I'm just like, don't. Let's get out of here quick. This is a trap. This feels like a trap.
Oh, they're saying they don't see DJ. I saw a DJ going live thing like a while ago,
Huh.
but can't wait for Penta's power rating. You're gonna eat your words.
I mean,
All right, well, I'm gonna
yeah,
try. We might be sending people over to an empty channel. That we've done that before, but
we don't have to. We can just
we got 8
cut.
minutes.
Oh, I say we can just cut. I'm gonna keep playing this tour. If you want to just hang on stream, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is this how you run this?
Discord
Is
was
this how you run this
Johnny won't be there
werewolf?
tonight.
Is this how you run the werewolf? You do triple red.
Yes.
What
and
if
then
I-
you need?
What if I don't put up? It's just a tour. Do you think I need a plate?
You don't need a plate, but man, the nearing end. Whoa.
Muscle
yeah, it does.
Muscle Man's probably gonna eat my lunch if I go in without a belt, a strap.
Why would you let him eat your food?
I don't. Why did they call these straps instead of belts? Clearly, they're title belts, right? That's
Because the old management did not want people referring to them as belts.
what does that mean? Like
That was a banned term in WWE. It was a banned term. You were not allowed to call them belts.
Are
The
you
only person who
serious?
got away with it was Becky, and it was a big deal when she called herself Becky Two Belts because like that was
I was not aware of
against
that.
the rules.
I was
yeah.
definitely. Did she call herself that, or is that what the crowd called her?
No, she called herself that first.
I love Becky Lynch.
I do too. She's my favorite.
There's only one thing about Becky Lynch I don't like, and that's her husband.
Her choice in husbandry.
Her taste in men. Well, and I'm sure he's a great guy. I watched the documentary about her the other day, and like he seems like a really stand-up guy, great husband, all that. I mean, it's just like his character is lacking in every way.
Well, I mean,
He went from the greatest cash in ever. It cannot be topped. The WrestleMania cash in, the heist.
Yep.
That was one of the top WrestleMania moments ever.
I agree.
How do we get that? And then we get the how's that the same guy?
Well, maybe they're going away from that because he's no longer Seth freaking Rollins on the thing.
I don't understand what Seth freaking Rollins ever was. I don't know. I never got it.
It was a machine.
I just don't get it. I never got what he was going for.
You never smelled what he was stepping in.
And I liked heel Rollins a lot. He was really good as just a villain. He was a great villain.
Yeah.
And when he broke up the Shield, when he
Joker.
popped Seth with that chair, when he popped Roman with that chair, he took one for the people. It was so great. It was so necessary and propelled both of their careers sky high.
And then he didn't. And then he was done.
Yeah. Remember when Roman Reigns was the big dog and no one liked him?
Yeah.
And he kept winning Royal Rumbles and nobody liked it?
Yeah. And then he just had to become the heel guy, and now everybody liked him and like to hate him, and now I just wonder why he's not getting a solo match against CM Punk at WrestleMania instead of getting a triple threat with
Triple threat. The triple threat is the recipe to avoid a clean finish. Always. Yeah. So anytime your favorite guy is in a triple threat, he's probably losing.
Pretty much.
And it's going to be the third party that like causes it or is responsible for it. Yeah. There's a few things that Triple H is doing that are like the backstage attack. Like that's so played out, bro. Stop doing that. I'm here backstage with, attack. It's like, oh my gosh. So predictable.
Yeah. I haven't got to watch a whole lot. I've been watching a lot more recaps of stuff. But
I got a Sheamus crown in the feud domination chest.
Nice.
That's cool. Those don't come around often, do they? Or is that very common?
It's one of the more rare older plates, I think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I got a couple of them.
I've been drinking a liquid IV tonight to try to just stay hydrated and stay focused, stay having fun with you.
Wait, you need liquid courage to have fun with me?
I need a liquid, an intravenous liquid IV.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's 7 shades of rude.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
I'm really disappointed with how bad Triple Purple LA Knight was. Oh, man. I thought he was really going to be something special.
Well, let me just tell you something here, because the pyroplate build, I'm not even using the pyroplate right now, but with his gear, it's doing about 130 million.
Yeah, it's clearly better. It's the one you want. It's the one you want. But see, that's why I made that video, because it was so controversial, right? How could anyone run him any other way? Did you watch the Merrick's preview of Uncle Howdy? It's the only time I've ever seen Merrick's do what he did. He said, I'm only going to give you this one moveset. Nothing else is even worth touching. Don't even do it. And I was like, whoa, that's very un-Merrick's like.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I wanted to see Triple Purple Uncle Howdy. I wanted to see him with the pig boy plate and see what he could do. Because we're in a place where you have to use, certain gym types or break, so many of a gym. We can't afford to not have that kind of info, right? Where we can't just lock into one. Would be cool, but not right. Am I wrong in that?
Right. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the characters, but
it's a good moveset. It's really fun, I think, the Triple Purple. I like it.
Yeah. Rocker Sean. I wanted him so bad for so long, and then by the time I got him, he was way past prime.
Yeah. That's how I feel about a lot of my roster. It's like, I finally got him. He's a cool trainer. But I would say that's also why we have in our power ratings, that's also why we include their entourage, because you may not get this homeboy while he's hitting top of meta damage. You may get him 3 metas later.
And then you're like, well.
And then you post on your faction. Any good?
Any good?
And then they hate you because they don't have that poster yet either.
Arcade, you can watch our breakdown video of Uncle Howdy too. Yes, but yeah, he's got a really tricky kind of setup, but he
Did
can hit
you
for insane
did you
damage.
feature triple purple in our break it
I
down?
did not. Oh yeah, I think so. I
Good,
mean, I showed it off, but the
good.
main move set is
No, but you did it, right? You demonstrated it, which
I
is,
demonstrated it.
and like I am probably one of the biggest Merrick's fans in the community. Arguably, Lee is probably a little bigger of a Merrick's fan than I am. He's a little starstruck still when Merrick's talks
Well,
in the Discord. His hands start vibrating with energy. He
like
gets so excited.
shaking.
Yeah, he's trembling. It's like when Elvis used to dance. Lee is the
Oh,
girl on the front row
oh,
screaming on the Ed Sullivan show while Merrick's does his previews. That's Lee.
wow, wow. This is this is going places, dude.
Yeah, we haven't just had fun like this in a while. It was good doing a show. We've really gotten away from it.
Really been rough.
I say we've really gotten away from it. We really got away.
Yeah, we got away from it. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, we could get a consistent day back at some point. Then that would be.
Tomorrow, Two Bob's doing his podcast, and
Oh.
I've been a guest on the Two Bob podcast because I've had so much to say and no one to say it to for a while.
So you've been telling Two Bob instead of me.
It's true. But I don't say what's up, Two Bob. Like he doesn't get the same treatment.
Aw.
No.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I don't tell him all my intimate secrets about my life either. So
That you share with the entire community as you.
That's between me and the community, right? So
Oh, okay. Me and you and the community too.
Yeah. So CM Punk's not. He is. I mean, is he going to get a WrestleMania moment? Like in the whole thing? Like he's not going to get a WrestleMania moment. Like should have been Punk versus Cena, right? At WrestleMania. Don't you think?
I don't know. Again, I really like where they're going with Cena and Cody. Cody. I know now I can be controversial, but once he won the title, there was like a 3 or 4 month period where it was like, "Ooh, this is really fun," and then I was like, "Oh, he needs to lose."
Yeah,
Like it's not interesting anymore.
I agree.
So hopefully he loses, and then we have the chase again, and Cody trying to right the wrong and restore faith in the community, and all that kind of stuff.
I want to see Cody get some matches against like top superstars that really, where he's getting like some 5-star matches. Like, wouldn't that be fun?
Cody?
Yeah.
I mean, he should be. He's the champion.
Like-
Why isn't he getting those?
Exactly. Like, I want to see like a Cody versus Finn Balor feud.
Ooh.
Like, where it's like multiple matches where like Finn is in his head, and they're both doing the things that they're capable of doing. Would be the best.
That would be good. I think Finn's leaving the Bullet Club, or not the Bullet Club. The
I wish it was the
what do they call it? Judgment Day.
Probably. Or what's the Judgment Day gonna be? The NWO Wolfpack,
It's turning into Dominic's club, is whatever it is. So,
That's kind of cool. I'm okay with that.
yeah. He's trying to recruit Penta.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is.
I've always thought the Dominic should like be the unifying factor of like the whatever, what's that one group called that no one can remember? Delgado.
The LWO.
No, the LWO is great.
Phantasma.
Yeah, Phantasmic. The Disney Phantasmic. They should be. Dominic should unite it all and be like the Latin king. That would be awesome.
It would be cool. They did like a shot for shot remake of one of Eddie Guerrero's poses a couple weeks ago or a month ago or whenever it was. So maybe they're leading towards that.
All right. Well, I gotta jump
Yeah.
off stream. I gotta, you get those texts where it's like, how much longer are you? So
Oh, calling somebody out without calling them out here. Yes, I feel you, I hear you, and I need to go too. So thanks for joining us on stream. We're gonna raid DJ whether he's live or not. So you might get sent to an empty channel. I've done it before. We'll see. But any final comments, Rusty?
no, be safe. Don't experiment with things that aren't safe. Keep your addictions in check.
All right. See you all later. Bye.
Bye.